Hey everybody, how's it going? Knowm here, server X160, the best in all of Lithas. And if you are a player that enjoys the game and the strategy behind it, if you enjoy a challenge and making your teams the best they can be, reach out to somebody from the Diamond Dogs. We have Supia, Soupia, or we have our fearless leader, Admiral Fearheart. You can reach out to them as well. In fact, let me go ahead and should give you a list. There's Supia's name right there. You can reach out to Grawl. You can reach out to a lot of our members. Steph, you can reach out to Moregrave. And yeah, we have a really nice group of people, a nice community. Everyone likes to openly discuss their strategies and compositions on our Discord. So we would love to have you. Just reach out, apply, and yeah, come join a good group. Anyhow, so I decided that it is time for me to put the game down, sadly. I really enjoy it. I enjoy all the champions that have been released. I've enjoyed the different periods over the last year and a half of the game. I started when the Gold Tongue clan just came out. So I had just missed the Devela clan. And that would have been really nice so that I could have been competitive for the first bit. Instead, it kind of forced me to create unique compositions to overcome teams that did have female Devela. And until they offered her again, which was way later through the summoning stones, I wasn't able to really, I really wasn't able to enjoy her when everybody was owning with her. And so I made tank heavy teams. I really experimented with a lot of champs. The Ho character clan I really enjoyed a lot. But yeah, the Gold Tongues, I ended up going the male as well because that's who I had gotten mythic. And then later built female Gold Tongue. In fact, she's one of the few that I didn't have the companion. I leveled her to 15 star without the companion, just slowly gathering her through the different clan summonings. And yeah, pretty impressed with that. But also I really enjoyed the female Lume when a lot of people didn't. I leveled up with male Ignis. So when male Dravapala came out, to be able to pull people all together so that male Ignis could, hit them all. That was a really neat thing. Male Ugrel, I kind of leveled with him as well. Male Galabar was part of my tankish team that was really good. Male Choir, I thought, was a really well put together champion. His mechanic goes really well with the male Esterir because male Esterir dies and it triggers things for male Choir. And then male Esterir comes back, and when he comes back and he dies again, male Choir will resurrect as well. So that was a really fun clan. The Selphos clan was really cool. I had actually started off with the male Selphos and leveled him up quite a bit to 11 stars. And then I realized how awesome the female Selphos was, and decided to go with her because she had the plus hit, the extra strength boost, kind of like a miniature female Lionstone. And the hit was nice. With her passive, it could go off quite often, which kind of gave her a really nice passive that was used a lot. And it not only did a lot of damage, but it also reduced their hit, which was fantastic. So, really cool champion. There's been a lot of cool champions that have been released. The Bloodcraft Legends, I kind of wish I would have had a couple of them, of the other ones. Like Wood Scourge would have been really nice. I think I would have found a lot of synergies with Wood Scourge. Not to mention Sunbolt, Zeiston, I would have really enjoyed them. Ico, if I somehow would have put a lot of money into it, I would have enjoyed experimenting with her too. So that's one of the sad things I gotta say. I wish Goat Games would give a little bit more credit and availability of new champs to content creators so that we could release really good videos on them. And I feel that Goat Games is missing out there. And if anybody from Goat Games watches this, just know that we really like your game, but you could use the community to help you make a better game. And the content creators, if you say maybe gave them the companion or gave them a mythic champion of each gender that was released, then we could actually level them up and actually try to put out nice quality content. Like, I just did a lot. I got the male panda, up to 15 stars and a little bit of vigor, 14. But I wanted to bring my community a really good video on his usability, his abilities and skills and synergies, but it takes a lot of my resources, so I can't stay competitive in other parts of the game, which is a bummer, because I mean, I do all right in Valley of Conquerors, but I have to do a lot of group shifting. I don't do that well in Guild Conquest because I didn't focus on certain things. But anyhow, that's something maybe Go Games you could do. Give your content creators access to the new clans easier so that they could show them off. And I think that would also encourage more clan or content creators, because then they would be able to show off the new clans, which is a lot of fun, and their skills in making videos and editing. Like, I'm amateur. I just do AZ screen recorder. I think that's what it's called, in case anyone ever wants to use it. It's AZ screen recorder. Yeah, it does pretty good. So what I wanted to do in this video, I'm leaving the game, and I have a 2.5-year-old son that I need to focus on, and I put the game down when I'm with him, but I think there's a lot more adventures, and I can think more and create more and plan more for things that I want to do, if I put the game down. Sadly, I put a lot of energy into this game. It's kind of an escape from reality. We all get stressed in life, and life is getting harder and harder, honestly. I'm 40 years old, and life is really difficult. There's a lot of ups and downs, and it's sometimes games and escapes from reality can be really handy. They can really help us through difficult situations when we are just waiting and it's a time situation. But there's a point where we have to put those releases down, because they're an escape from reality during a tough period, but as soon as you get out of that tough period, and you need to work heavily towards it. The problem is video games can be a bad habit when someone needs to be getting their life on the right track. And I feel in this point in my life, I need to focus on a few different things. Like, those of you that don't know, I own a smoothie shop, Twisted Smoothie Company. I established it in 2013, basically in Denver, Colorado. And at the end of my lease, at the end of the pandemic, I had some slumlords kind of buy the building before the pandemic and then force me out during the pandemic. And I've been working on reopening my storefront. I have a food truck that goes with it too. Again, that's Twisted Smoothie. I'm really proud of it. It was my first baby, and then now I have a real human baby. Anyhow, so there's a lot of things I need to be working on, and whenever I escape into the Bloodline, I neglect sometimes the things that I could be working on, and that's also included with physical health. I could be working out, taking walks. I live in a beautiful place. Like, I don't know if you could see here, but I live in Colorado, and we have it so good here. It's nice. I came here to be outside, to hike, to bike. That's one of my favorite things, to go biking. And I know a lot of you have hobbies that you enjoy. Oops, sorry about that. Screen lock. I've been talking too much. Anyhow, I guess I'll go through and do a couple things while I'm talking to you. So it'll kind of be something visually entertaining as well as hearing me talk. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put the pandas in to a dungeon descent. Sadly, I didn't level it up before this video, but maybe it can give you a little idea of some of their skills and abilities. I didn't really level up the female. I just went with the male. I enjoy his abilities. He's focused heavily on stun and utility, where the female, she's actually really insane. Grawl from my server, he kind of focused on her and leveled her up, and I put my toughest team all amplified against his team with her, and he only had 3 champs. Her, female Shoten, and male Lume, I think it was, and just demolished me. Like, I couldn't do anything to the champs. And then she puts her ultimate on you, which does a lot of extra damage. It's insane. I can't believe it. So I'll kind of put in a couple support with them here so I could showcase them. We'll put in a male Lume, maybe a female Lionstone just for her ultimate. But you shouldn't need it because my champs have enough skills and abilities that they're pretty good. So, but anyhow, back to our conversation. I just feel that a lot of you might use the game as a little escape from life sometimes, and you might put too much time and energy into this. And so all I'd like to say is that all of you have some awesome hobbies and skills, and all you need to do is tune them in or focus on them. By the way, that was the male panda's active. He does a AoE stun that is pretty awesome. It does a lot of strength damage, which I had originally focused on him with strength, but I don't believe you need to sacrifice honorable or energetic for strength on him, and just let the rest of your strength abilities and stuff work with him. So that slot that you have for brutal is really important. So he just uses ult. He becomes like kind of a parrying machine, and when he parries, he adds shield onto the ally champions, which is really cool. I really enjoyed that. And so anyhow, so focus on some of your life. It's going to be a beautiful summer this year. Like, I mean, it's already really hot here. I think it's in the 70s. It's beautiful. So get outside some, like go socialize, go be human. This game can, like I said, get a bit overwhelming, and we could tend to focus on it or get too obsessed with it. In fact, Goat Games works with a model of FOMO, fear of missing out. Like, they make it where you really want to log in and get those clicks, and they can show that statistically to investors, to just whoever's putting money into the game, showing, hey, we have this many people doing this many clicks, like logging on this frequently. And that's how they, they're making money. And so they try to appeal to whales, to people to spend money. They pit people up against each other instead of having you want to work together, to, like, even in your guild, because there's server challenges, and people in the guilds will be competitive with each other instead of saying, hey, you take this, you take this. It could be a much more strategic thing, and everyone could benefit more if everyone worked together. But the game developers and the product designers behind the game want to pit you against each other naturally. We're a competitive species. Culture tells us to be competitive. Look at sports, look at all the entertainment stuff. We're all about being competitive. So the point is, in this game, when you work together, you really accomplish really great things. And let me use the Diamond Dogs, for instance. We share strategies with each other. We share, bugs with each other. We share updates. We share information. And that allows us all to be stronger. And we do better as a guild. We know which champions to maybe focus on that might be for the next meta. And so by working together and sharing information, yeah, we might not all win the towers, but all you get some fame, and fame rewards are just orange crystals. So is it really worth it spending a ton of money on winning a challenge just to get a tower? It's really not. The best method of this game is to save up and use the cycles of the game to maximize your performance. I've spent a total of $250 on this game, and that might be a little overestimate. And that was over a year and a half. I do believe in supporting games and developers that do a really good job. I think that you should, I played EverQuest and World of Warcraft, and I had to spend the monthly subscription fee, and I thought that that was fair, and for tons of entertainment, you know what I mean? And so I figure it's fair also as an adult to spend money, and if you have a job, it's nice to get packs in the game, but the problem is, when you start buying packs in the game, you're tempted to buy even more packs and overspend. So let me make a suggestion to those of you who are going to continue playing this game, is that maybe make a budget for yourself. Say, hey, what did I spend on other games in the past? $15 a month, USD? If you spent $15 a month in the past, why not budget $15 to spend on GOAT games? And there's some strategic ways you could do this. Like, if you buy Lithbucks through the company store, they give you a little discount, on, instead of it being a 1-for-1 kind of thing, like $1 equivalent in Lithbucks gets you that in the game. They actually give you a little bonus for that. So maybe if you're just a casual, cheap to play player, instead of spending all of a sudden a ton of money to be ready for one event, maybe do the $5 a month subscription that they have in game, and that adds, I think you get some diamonds, you get some summoning stones. Let's look at it real quick. There's the next boss, but that's a great strategy. Where was I? Some summoning stones. What you can maybe get for, the subscription. Sorry. They just split up the daily packs and stuff. So let's look at the subscriptions right here. You can pay $10 in a month here, and you get the quick interrogate, quick carouse, quick marriage, quick court. You get more interrogations, you get more free collections, arena challenges, Senate issues, and you get more money from your district taxes. That's really not bad. $10 a month, that's a good way to support. Or you could do what I prefer, which is this $4.99 a month, and you immediately get 300 diamonds, which is helpful. You get 120 diamonds a day, a summoning crystal, and 20 district plans, which is incredible. That's a great value for $5. And you're supporting the company. You're getting more daily clicks. That it can be kind of satisfying for people to go through and get all your daily clicks. But like I said, in this video, I'm going to go through all my tricks that I've done over a year and a half to just get ahead, what I've focused on. This is going to be for new players and experienced players alike. I'm giving away all my secrets. This is what I would use to kind of get ahead in the game. So hopefully this helps you. Hopefully it doesn't get you sucked more into the game like it did me. But just know every day There's these bundled packs for a Bloodcraft Legend. This box up here is for free. You could see it up at the top left. You could get that every day. So that's something kind of when I'd log in I would do. Make sure if you buy anything, like say you buy a $1 pack or a $5 pack, make sure you come in here and use your wish too. And I think for where I was at in the game, I really like this one so I could get more gems and stuff for my equipment. I was kind of late to the game with all my equipment. But say you need some more summoning crystals for the new clans. Say you need some more bouquets for vigor purposes. There's a lot of things you can do with that. So, now you have these daily quests that you can do. They all normally give diamonds, construction plans. Up here at the top, these definitely give some diamonds, which is kind of nice. Add your diamond totals every day. As you progress, you get the achievements. Make sure you get those. What else do we do every day? Participate in the challenges. You can double up on the Charm and District challenge. Right now, I believe it might be the Intimacy challenge. Yeah, it ends today, though, and then it becomes District and Charm. So you might as well double dip with that, and that's always nice. Then you're getting both victories, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Every day, make sure to do your Senate stuff, but first, get your Hall of Fame quests first. You want to focus on the ones that are, I didn't get mine, that are high diamonds. Make sure you have all the materials to be able to do the quests, of course. I don't normally do the explores because I wait for the might challenge to use all my explorations. So, but that's worth 20 and this one's 10. So I'm going to go ahead and get it in this case. Just giving you an idea. So here's some more 20s. Everyone on our server is like really ramping up those quests. I like to see it. There's a lot of teamwork. Like I said, come over here, join us. I think you would really enjoy being part of the Diamond Dog, especially if you're a heavy player. They all work together. Okay, so some other things here. We'll jump to the companions. Notice my intimacy on people. I get people to 10,000, and that's to get the crystals for it. These are really important. At 10,000, it's 2 crystals for most people, the constellation stones. Intimacy is really important, too, because you get higher level clan traits. Notice some of the favorites I got. I got the Plume Dance. I got the Nibble because I needed to get a mythic female Silken Crown. The Kivak clan, I just got it to 10,000 to get the mythic, and that's really nice clan trait. Clan Yin, I again needed to get a mythic to get both the female and the male because it was that weird event. The Shun clan trait's amazing. Let's look through them real quick. The Esserir clan trait's amazing. The Bjorn Krieger clan trait's amazing. Harsh Rhyme, the Akuna clan trait's actually really good. The Almac clan trait, not so great. Kojiki clan trait is very niche. If someone dies, you get strength. So if you have a resurrection team, kind of like the team that I was eventually going to get out, then the Kojiki clan trait could come in handy if you focused on that. The Panda clan trait, it adds a shield based off strength at the very beginning, like a better Tenacious. And that's pretty good, but I think there's better. The Shoten clan trait adds quick energy. It's called energy regen, really amazing. I would have liked to get the Shoten to 10,000. The female, or the Tide Razor clan, I just needed to get the female mythic, so I put it up there. But it's not bad. It adds strength resistance to your front line for the first 10 seconds. Thunderlord clan trait is amazing for auto attackers. Water and Sun, I think I just got it to 10,000 because I had a lot of intimacy at that time. You could see on my server, the person with the most intimacy is Steph. But I was number 1 for a little bit, which was nice. Here's something every day. Come through here and hit the thumbs up for the might, the campaign, the intimacy, and the districts. And that gives you 10 diamonds each, so an extra 40 diamonds. So as you can see, Steph has almost lapped me by 100,000. But I was up there at one point, and then Johnny Slow had me beat. Still has me beat on the districts, but Johnny Slow left, and maybe I could pump up my districts before I leave and take number one. Anyhow, so that's some strategy there. Let's go through some of this other stuff. This ascension order you always need to participate in. Whoever you're going to get to 11 stars, so it gives you all these extra rewards whenever you claim it. Also, if you can kind of time that around, they normally have this thing called the quarters path, and sometimes you can get them to go together, plan them together. So when you get intimacy in one of them, you gain double rewards. In this case, it was the Ho clan, which I had not the charm maximized, but the intimacy, so I made sure I got that, so make sure you get that. Whoever the featured clan is, make sure you come in here and do the clan challenge. You can get 10 more summoning crystals. That's nice. Right now they have it for 2 clans going on. That's really good. The Guardian Defense, they only really let you go to 100 levels anymore, so that kind of explains itself. The Battle Passes are normally pretty easy to get, and then you get a lot of extra bread at the end of the event. But bread is not a limiting factor. It's the construction plans. For example, check out my districts real quick. I would love, and I do have construction plans, but I've been leveling up for what is it, a month and a half or whatever. I have so much bread, it's not the limiting factor, it's the plans. But if you get that subscription, it's an extra 20 plans a day, I think it is. That really adds up, and again, it shows support to the company. So the Ancient Trove, let's go in here. This is something, it's good for beginners because you really get some things you need. Later in the game, it's not so great, but you can kind of see you get some level 2 fodder. There's a level 3 fodder. That's really important for less popular servers where you don't get as many books, skill books, the low level skill books. That's really helpful. So get that done. The value packs, the main ones I always end up getting are the marriage packs because that's a great value. Anytime you're paying 100 diamonds for one bouquet and you're getting other things out of it, you're getting a good deal. So of all the packs and all the events, I feel like that's one of the best. Like if you think about it, in Dungeon Descent, there's times where you can buy 1,000, for 1,000 diamonds, you can get 10 bouquets. And that, again, is 100 diamonds for one bouquet. And that's about the lowest that I'll spend if I'm desperately in need of bouquets or I have a lot of diamonds or there's an event going on. But normally I spend it here in the value packs because down at the bottom, whatever's going on for the challenge, the value pack will pop up. And so at one point I did get the intimacy packs a lot, but now I only get the Dungeon Descent intimacy packs, and I'll show you what I get in there. Let's go back there. But anyhow, right now they have the district packs going on, and I feel like that's a rough cost for district plans. So I never really focused on that. I have 26,000 diamonds now, but I was saving up for potentially another deep delve event, deep sea delve. That's the best event for items. The feast was pretty good. Not the harvest festival, but the feast. And then the Grand Bazaar, like I mentioned, this has, in the value packs, make sure, sometimes they'll have something here. Whenever you spend so much money, it'll unlock that as well. But here, let's go to the Lith Bucks real quick, since we were talking about spending money. Like, this is a horrible deal doing it here. But if you come to this little icon up here that says more bonus, I want to show you where it takes you. It takes you right here, the Bloodline Top-Up Center, new items up to 15% off. I believe that's it. Let's go to it. So I go to that. It has you log in with your account. It asks for your credentials, which you can find under your settings and like the setup up top. So let's go to my person here. Now check this out. Say you want to just spend $10 a month. In this case, you save 50 cents. You get the 1,000 Lith bucks, which is equivalent to $10. So you save a little bit, but here's one of the best parts. Check out over here. Look at this benefits. The first time you purchase Lith bucks through the official store, you get a bonus. There's something else here. But this one, you can claim it every day, and it sends it to your mailbox in-game. So check this out. And it's instant. So this is the little way for you to get ahead if you're a really determined player. Look, top up event rewards, 50 diamonds, 3 small chests, and 3, which I think is the most important, 3 of the Senate plans or whatever those are. Because when you come in here, if you're an early player, you're most likely getting bread. But if you know how to play Isles correctly, you get a ton of bread from that. And so, like, this shouldn't be your primary source. Really, you should get weapons and armor so that you could potentially get one that's refined and or use them, all the items you get from that, to boost your weapons and armor, because that's really important too. So the Senate, getting extra Senate plans is nice because you can get extra armor and stuff like that. And that's what I spend it on. And normally that will do one of your Hall of Fame quests as well, which is really nice. So let's take a look at this. Hall of Fame quest, solve 9 Senate issues. Bam, that's done. We get, what is that, 20 diamonds. That's nice. So then I come in here. Remember, we had to explore 9 times. So I normally only will do the 1 exploration to get the daily quest done. That's right here. The daily quest is do 1 explore. And so, but in this case, I need 9 of them. So I'll just do it times 10. And didn't get in, or I got some fodder, which is really nice. So just a heads up, I save all my explorations for the might challenge, because all that fodder you get raises your might. So if you get a couple 3 stars, then you will get a lot more. So just a heads up. Do your expeditions every day. Go games. This is just a worthless click that you incorporated early and you just kept in here. Please just take this out. Just take it out. Offer something else. Offer it. Change it so your group teammates can all participate and you fight really hard bosses or something. You know, be creative with this. I mean, come on. Hire me. Have me help you redefine all your old content so you can make money off of it and that you create a better game overall. Like, some of this could be really good, but instead it's tedious. You have to wait 10 minutes between each sending out, and you don't even get that great of stuff. But as I said, in this case, I'll just do it because I'm showing y'all. This is how you maximize your diamonds. Send those out. And those, the sooner you get it after a server reset, the sooner, the better you'll rank. And let me explain that real quick for those that don't know. If you come to this little book down here, it shows 2 people, the Dark Ritualist, or scroll over and it's the Bloodfang Raiders. So you can look at the leaderboard here. Well, the sooner you do it, so look, number 1 and 2 has the same score, but because Moorgrave finished it first after the server reset, then Moorgrave got the higher ranking, and that gives you the better rewards for it. So in this case, you see Vruma. There's a lot of people with the same here. All of them did it early, but Vruma did it the first, so Vruma gets the best, and it's only maybe 10 more diamonds. But if you're ever the person that logs in or are on right after the server reset, you could potentially take number 1 with 1 or both of these, and it's random where they show up in here. So, but just a little heads up on that, just so you know, for those of you who weren't knowledgeable of it. All right, the next thing let's do, oh yeah, also remember, we did that explore, so we got this done with the primary goal to get this chest here, because it's 100 diamonds at 300, and I think it might be another 100 or 200 at 700. So that's what we just do daily. It's just part of the routine, you know. You collect your districts. You want to maximize your districts. You could see how much mine are producing here. And you could do that through multiple ways. People have released videos on it, but I'll give you a quick heads up. You want to put some of your unused champions that are high level with noble and confident on them to be your money makers. Like in this case, I don't use the female choir anymore, but I have her at level 700, so I put noble and confident on her. And look, she's my highest money maker in this district. Female Devela's not used, so she's the same way. Male Folger, he's one of the highest for these districts, highest producer. So I just have him at 11 stars, and he has noble and confident on him, and he's one of the top 3 producers. The rest are all the same, but I mostly selected champions that I'm not going to be de-leveling for any reason. And you hire more people, the higher your max is, you level these up. In fact, it's the district and charm one right now, so I'll give you a couple examples. So I have 891 construction plans, and I want to hire the most to like boost one of my districts. So this one, I wouldn't be able to level it up twice. So I'm going to find one that I potentially can. So here's the mill district. You can see some of my champs. Female Devela has really high leadership there. How much was that to level up, though? So that's 581. We could potentially do that, and then that would give us 400 to level up another one. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to level that up. And if we were doing the double dip, if I was still going to be playing tomorrow, then it would have double dipped it, and I would have been able to get both rewards. So, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you this. And then look, I'm going to hire times 10. I'll hire that up, get it all leveled up here. It's kind of glitchy, but it says it's at the max, so I hope it is. And that gave us some rewards in the challenge. And then let's see what else we can level up here. They'll have, oh, there it is. We're going for this tavern district right here. So it's going to be 270. We'll level that up. Perfect. We'll hire times 10, times 10, times 10, times 10, times 10 again. And it's going to, okay, there we go. So I leveled all those up. Now I'm gaining, look up here, 1601K per minute. And then it puts us up there in the challenge. So in the districts challenge, we're now at 3 just from saving up. And we waited. I waited the whole cycle. I didn't level up my districts at all. I didn't touch it until there was a challenge going on. If you want to maximize your rewards, then this is the best way to do it. The game is cyclic. There's cross-server challenges, and then there's your server challenges. They're always the same. They always line up the same. If you learn the cycle of it, then you can maximize your position on all this. Okay, so this is ridiculous. I've hit this a bunch. Might just be a little laggy, so let's try to get all these boxes claimed. And then if you had waited for the server challenge for the districts as well, you get to double dip and get all this food and gold and Senate plans, and then you get to do it another time with the cross server one, which is awesome. Okay, we're almost to the end here, thank goodness. So again, this is just maximizing your account. For those of you who are fanatics, I'm giving you all my tips. So then the charms going on here. Let's go ahead and do the charm one. So I look at the champs with the charm that I could potentially get to 10,000. So let's see kind of what materials we have right now. She's at 6,000 charm. So if we have 4,000, we can get her up there. And we do! So here's something funny. And this is a little trick for everybody. I don't know if you make macros or what, but I use something that it is Chinese made app, and you give it permission to take over to make clicks on your phone. So that's really dangerous. And it's got a ton of ads in it too, which is really ridiculous. But I learned kind of how to program
Sir, do you have a phone?
it. Oh
Give him the code. Meta 777.
Ads, and more ads. All right, but anyhow, this one, I've created random macros that help me do different things in the game. And this is auto clicker, GC auto clicker, I believe. There's a deep sea delve one, but config 22 is just a fast clicker. And that is what we are going to do right now, because I don't want to sit here and click. So here we go. Go, 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 go. Oh, sorry. It's clicking on the wrong thing. My bad. There we go. Go, 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 go. So we're going to try to get up to our maximized. All right. Turn that off. All right. Now I am. Oh, sorry. There we go. We're going to use these two, and then it tells us we're out of them. And then I'm going to auto-click this sucker right here. So here we go. Do-do-do-do-do-doom-doom. We're going to 10,000. So this prevents carpal tunnel. This prevents, you just having to be bored just clicking a button over and over. And honestly, it kills my thumb. So I hate doing that. So I'll do these last few right here. All right, here we go. And then I'll close that. So here we go. We're going to get 10,000. So when you get 10,000, you get some nice rewards. And for the celestial bonds as well. Oh, for those of you who don't know, you could scroll this right here. See me moving it? You could scroll it. So if you haven't done that and you're like, why does it still have a red dot up at the top? That's why. All right, so we got some cool celestial bonds, crystal. We also did well in the charm challenge, and we honestly have 6,000 left. So look at all these people I have at 4,000, and maybe we should just do this. And here's a little trick here. So remember we talked about that quarters path earlier? Look, it's the female hoe. And I didn't have the last two, so I could get some bouquets and some energy potions if I level hers up. And I don't really care who I level up. It doesn't do anything for me. And they all get the same exact benefit, And I want that crystal. So I go over to the female hoe. There she is, looking all beautiful. Nice. And let's do this again. So come back to my quick click. Pop this in, make it, minimize it, get the game back going again. Female hoe, we need 6,000 of you here. So, all right, here we go. Let's do this. So I can kind of talk to you a little bit while this is happening. There we go. Because basically 6,000 is all I got, so it'll get her there. But I just want y'all to know that your time in your life is valuable. Like your health is valuable. Like you could be focusing on, like with inflation, everything's so expensive. Have you gone to eat out lately? Like even fast food is so expensive. So all I'm trying to tell you is that maybe go to the grocery store, buy some healthy food for your body. I mean, you only get one. And after you get that healthy food, go home, fix it if you have the means to be able to do that. And just treat your body right. Treat your health right. Go on a walk, move your body. We're meant to move. We're a species. We're meant to move around, do things, experience, like get in that gravity. But either way, I think that it's important that you don't waste all the time and energy on a game just because you're hurting. Like use it when you need to strategically use it when life and you're waiting for something. But don't get sucked into the game forever. And I've been on this game 1.5 years, and it's time that I focus on other things. But also, hey, when you get them to 10K, you also get one of the best things, Guardian Stones. You get gold Guardian Stone dillies or whatever. So now I have her up there. I got her charm and her intimacy up there. And that's a little trick. And so not only did we get the challenge charm, but if you look down here too, we just got the quarters path for our, and this is just strategically kind of getting multiple 2-for-1s, 3-for-1s. So 10 more bouquets. That's 1,000 diamonds basically right there, ladies and gentlemen. 50 energy potions, equivalent to about 600 diamonds. So that was well worth doing. And then here's one of the best parts. We get the celestial bond diamonds. So right now, how many do I have? I have 4 of them. And all of these upgrades take 3, except for the ones that I have to go over the major humps. So check this out. I'm going to decrease this crit evade rate. Super powerful. Normally, if you get hit by a crit of Water and Sun's pulses, it's going to wipe or kill one of your members. So, like, being able to lower that is really important. Also, this one, I can't level that because I'm at a hump. All the 6s. The 9s are also at humps. And so the only one I really can level right now is this, which is fantastic. Decreasing crit evade, or the crit evade rate for increasing it for your team is really good. And let me quick show you what I've got going on here for mine. So I've maxed out my celestial bonds a while back, which is awesome. They're really powerful because they apply to all of your champions. The ones that I shot up to 9 were the new one, not for the effect so much, but for the total damage increase. That's awesome. That boosted all my damage nicely. This is the crit rate. I really like that, and I like the ability, which the current constitution is lower than 50%. It deals more damage. I love that, because it's pretty easy to get people below 50%. Finishing them off, that's another story. I have 8 in this one now. Decrease the skill damage taken. That's awesome. And the crit evade rate. This one's the strength resistance, which is really good. I don't know if the shield is working. Ignoring fortitudes, but the critical damage is awesome. And then the crit reduction is really nice. And this one I did have maxed earlier, but I feel like it actually was hurting me later in the game than it was helping me. So that's something. You can always come in here. The collect, if y'all didn't know, you can keep claiming. If your prisoner doesn't come up after the first collect, like what just happened, you can keep collecting it, and eventually the prisoner, there she is, and I I exiled her. You can also exile them and then go and interrogate and get some of your fodder here, which I'm not going to do. Or actually, here, let me show you something. Let me show you that quick click. I made up an interrogations one that I can just put that on. So let's talk a little bit more. Well, sometimes whenever I swap over, I get that. Here we go. So, yeah, treat your bodies healthy. Like, you only get one of them. Like, you do need some challenging things for your brain, and this game does provide that. But, also, it takes you away from so many other options. Like, get a group of friends together and do a strategic board game night. You ever played Parks? You ever played Everdell? You ever played Villainous? That's the Disney one. Really good. Get your group together. Go play some strategic board games. It hits those same things that you need. It's very nice. Sorry, here, I'll let you see my clickies. So you can actually you are playing a sport, a strategic sport. Go and play some foosball. Play some table tennis. There's some great things you can do that are also active, that'll help promote a little bit healthier lifestyle, because one of the problems is people start eating poorly and they jump into the game because they feel bad about themselves and they're out of energy, they're fatigued, they don't like the look of themselves, they're unhappy with where they've gotten to. Well, one of the best ways to transform that is to do a fast, like a 16-8 or an OMAD, which means 1 meal a day, or to just eat better food. Don't go eat the candy bars. Don't promote the sugar industry. Like, take care of your health. That's really important. That's way more important to this than this game. than logging on to try to beat somebody at a challenge or some kind of event just so that what? You can feel a little better about yourself. You know what's really going to make you feel better about yourself? Really working on yourself. You're an amazing person. You have the potential, you have the skill, you have the potential just diamond inside of you. Like, live that. Like, that's what I feel I'm embarking on. I kind of went through a really hard time with custody of my son and separating from his mother. And because of that, I was waiting on a lot of things. And while I was doing that, getting into this game was kind of a way for me to escape the reality temporarily, to just kind of get away from the pain. And that was appropriate. That was a good use of it. It was a strategic use of it. But now I'll be honest with you. I've gotten myself kind of out of that funk, and I'm in a way healthier place right now. And I just feel that now the game is becoming more of a detriment than it is something that I really needed. And let me just tell you that you have people in your life that want to spend time with you and hear from you and talk to you. You have Mother Nature wants you to come take a stroll, like get some sun, feel that. Make sure you wear some sunscreen, especially if you haven't been out in a while. But be that person that you want to be. Be your own superhero. Like, you don't have to watch movies and play games to feel superior or to feel good. You can take charge of your life and really enjoy who you are. And every time you interact with someone, just remember, and hey, I'm in a good place. Like, let's hear their story. Let's go that route. But either way, yeah, be a happy person, be a healthy person. There's so much in this life. Capitalism is disgusting. It profits off you getting unhealthy. And so pay attention to what you're putting into your body. Wouldn't you rather spend a little bit more on what you're putting into your body than some stupid entertainment? Like, entertainment, after you're done with it, it goes away. It's done. But if you eat something healthy for your body and your body uses that to build on, you're getting that. It's permanent. It's getting it. And so go that route. Don't do the short-term waste of money when you could be doing long-term investment in your own health. And so we're almost done here with just really whooping up on these prisoners. And I just wanted to show you a little bit. This is kind of the path that I would take. And so then I could bring in the next prisoner, and wham bam, I'm done with that for now. And so you can make all kinds of macros and cool things to do that. So you come in here. I want to tell y'all what you need to get. You need to get the plain Jane skill books, unless you have a ton. But if you want to build out your choices for champions and not just be very limited, you need to get more of those skill books, else you get the charm one. So if there's diamonds available, always get the diamonds. Then it's the skill books. Then it's this. You'll always get gold later. Like, you don't need to like focus too much on that. Just build your districts right. Put noble and confident on the champions that you aren't using at all. Like, I have a few I was going to add to that list. Both of the blooms I was going to put up there. I just haven't been getting use out of them. Female Lacuna, I've tried so hard to incorporate her into my groups, but she just completely resists it. So I would throw that on her. And like, let's just look real quick. Let's take the time to look. Who I don't use, who I could potentially do that for. Female Lacuna. Female choir's already, beefed up to be districts. Honestly, I'm not using male stone thrower. I have so many other good alternatives. I could do it with him. Monkey dude, I could do it with him as well. Like, I thought I was going to use him more, and I later found out the female is way better for my team setup. Female Gold Tongue, I wanted her with an energy drain group, but I eventually came up with this team I really loved, and it involved some people that were going to be in the energy group, and that is this group right here. This is just such an amazing team. And instead of her, I actually had the male Shoten like this. I didn't have the right traits on him, but this team did so well. Like, I was whooping up on 100 million teams tougher than this team in Valley and everything. And maybe we could see a couple in this video. But I still want to show you some more. So anyhow, female Devela's all ready for districts. Female and male Bloom are not. I didn't end up putting the right traits on them. I have it on the male Samir. I have it on the female Trevane. So just some of these champs I just never use, but they really help build your gold in the districts. So again, with the quests, I was able to get the 300, and now that unlocks the 100 diamonds, which is really nice. All right. Get all of that. And so you can see, still need to carouse. Still need to do a lot of that stuff. And you try to team it up with the Hall of Fame stuff. So I got a lot of them from everything I was just doing. And it looks like we need to raise some heirs. It looks like we need to fight some battles in the arena. It looks like we need to upgrade some equipment. And carouse 9 times, which seems to happen to me like every dang time. I didn't end up making a macro for that, but I stock up on vigor potions because you're going to always need them. And oh, by the way, if you do that one subscription that was $10 a month, I think you get the quick carouse. So you could just do a quick times 10 and not have to bother with that at all, which would be really nice. So giving you some of my major tips, the little Lithbucks page outside of the game. I gave you the GC auto clicker, which you can use that or find another one. Like I said, this is a Chinese company. I don't keep any of my logins or anything on my phone for bank accounts or anything important. So even if they did take control of my phone, it wouldn't really hurt me. I mean, they would just get my game here, which I'm quitting anyway. So, oh, big deal, right? So if you don't have a lot of important information or access on your phone, I'd recommend, GC Auto Clicker. But again, it's a Chinese company, so you just got to take that with a grain of salt. Be careful. Protect your information. So you do all the carouses. So here's the goal of all your companions here. Don't level 1 all the way up to the end one being 400. Keep them all level and level them all up at the same time. So that's at 345. I've already gotten way down here. So there's a 340. So I'll get this one hopefully up to 345 here. And then I go to the next one that I have the 3 champs, and I get it up to 345. And then I do the last one here. And so then I go back up to the top. Oh, this is new. Oh, wow, nice. Okay, so this is perfect for the video. Oh my goodness. So when leveling these, you want to make sure to level the lowest one first. You get the most return for the amount of points you're putting into it. So again, I'll go to my auto click here, and I'm going to put it on that one, and we're going to just talk a little bit more. Boom, 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 boom. So I go to max that first. And then I max the second one, and then I put the third one up with the rest of the other ones. So, hey, by the way, this is going to help me beat Johnny Slow in the districts, and so I'll be number 1. Yeah, take that, Johnny. Anyhow, yeah. So just some tricks and tips that I do, and I got all 3 of these companions because I've been doing it for content. I've been trying to get videos out on everybody. And again, sorry, I know you expected this to be a panda spotlight, but it's not. I'll talk about them a little bit here, but I don't want my video to be like, I guess I'll aim for 2 hours. That'll be fair, I think, as long as I can record that much. So notice we're over halfway with this right now. And with the companionship, and it still is hardly clicking off on the millions up top. You can see the 330, and look at that. We're getting so much out of it, and we're getting a lot of bang for our buck. It's adding increase to the industrial, and then the I forget, the trade district, maybe that is. But look, we're 3/4 of the way right now, and we still haven't even, busted too much into that millions. Hopefully we can max it. And then what I'll do is I'll carouse a few more times, and then I will max out the second one. And it's good that I have this for video, because it kind of gives you an idea what to shoot for. And this is the way to maximize your points for your return here. So just a heads up. And then it's also easy because if you just have one of the 3 companions, then you're able to still maximize that first one and then go up on all the rest as you get them. And so that's really important. And so you can I'll just leave it at that for now. Oops. And I'll show you what some of these I only have 2 of the champions for. So let's look at this one. And so you can get 400 in those 2, but not 400 in the last one. And that's a bummer because it really limits you. But look, since I've really been on top of it, and remember, I started playing at the gold tongue. And so I've really worked on that a lot. I talked to you about the celestial bonds, and those are good to do every day. Just get them every day. If you do the deep sea delve, do not spend points on the dance, the attend dance. Don't spend anything on this because you're going to max your celestial bonds no matter what. Don't rush it. Just stick with it. Don't spend extra tokens on that. Spend it on more important things like orange skill books. That's a big one. So you guys want to know some of the most important things to shoot for other than diamonds? The food for your sprites is really important. That's a really good one. Oh, let me close that. What else to shoot for? Oh yeah, and I'm going to give you all a bonus. We're going to do the summoning. I have 274 Sprite eggs, so we're going to do some Sprite egg summoning. So focus on intimacy over charm. Focus on bouquets just as much as summoning crystals, the orange ones here. Focus on acceleration cards for Guild Conquest. Focus on, you need to get your equipment up, so you need to focus on those coins too, and you always need good and better equipment. Focus on the marriage rings if you don't have a lot. I happen to have a ton. I did an event where I just got a ton of those. Cause you need sprites for endgame, and that's what I don't have. I was waiting on the Bulko to become available with the Sprite summonings, and that never happened, and really makes me sad. You also need to focus, get your gems up to level 7 for all 3 teams. That's really important. I feel that that's kind of standard, something you can focus on. You need your orange skill books. They give you plenty of the purple ones, but as you could see here, I have most of my first and second and third teams with maximized skills. Some of them I don't focus on because I don't care about their scaling, because maybe I didn't focus on that stat. But there's some of them that are really important that they're maxed out. Oh, that makes sense. My male spider is at level 1. I was wondering why he wasn't doing anything. And so male choir needs his back up. Oh wow, my female lion stone. Wow, that explains a lot, actually. Let me remax her. All right. Yeah, I can't believe I was using her and her skills weren't max. At some point I had reset her, but I think I've been using her in my primary group just for her ult, with the water and sun. Yeah, so I must have moved some skill points around. So you know what? I'll just go ahead and do a specific panda video as well. I'll go ahead and do that. This is my farewell video, but I'll release a panda video for those of you who were kind of relying on that as well. And in that video, I will show y'all some different, just stuff. Keep it to the Panda Clan. And then this is mostly just how I kind of got ahead. I wasn't going to show you any fights really in this video, but I will show you some strategies and things I do in Valley and in Guild Conquest as well, because those are important as well. So what else do I have? I try to maximize the cycles of the game. During the Might Challenge, I just produce a ton of level 1 3-star mythic Trevains, Sallyhorns, and Griffins. And I do all three so that I could try to level up people's vigor strategically. Let me kind of show you how I do that real quick, so y'all could see. Let's take the bear, for instance. This just makes it a little easier on you later on. So let's look at his vigor. So as you can tell, the bar for his strength is max right now. So look, if we just put a Trevain here, look, he gets +0 for his for the strength stat, and that's horrible. You can avoid that by marrying that champion that he's going to marry to either a level 1. You can, yeah, and for this example, I'll show you. Just say you have a whole bunch of, or even a rare that you don't care for, that you're not going to use, kind of thing, and you can't really use it to change marriage stats because you want to use a common. And so, like, say you come in here for this guy and you marry him to her, and if you marry over a trait, I believe you get slightly more vigor. And so we marry this over. Sorry, I'm lagging a little bit. And then now look at this. Remember how before when we were going to marry him to her, we weren't going to get any strength? Now look at it. We get all three stats, and that'll help boost him to the next vigor level. So I don't replace any of his. You can at the very beginning before you get the traits that you want on him permanently. And so now they marry, and let's look at his vigor. So look, now he's not max on strength currently for vigor level 15. So watch this now. So we come in here, and look, we don't want strength. We actually want to raise his con. His con's the lowest stat. So to get con, you marry off to a dwarf. And so I'll marry it to her. Now here's the issue though. She maximizes his strength after I marry this, while the health and the fort, I believe that's fortitude, yeah, won't be max. So here's how you could strategically go around that. Marry her to focus on her strength. So either marry her to another Sallyhorn, or what I like to do is marry her to a Griffin, which is more neutral. It's going to be kind of equal con and equal strength. So I'll marry her to this one for the chance to transfer over the clan trait. Because if you transfer over a clan trait, you get a huge vigor boost. And so I hope it happens right now. That'd be really cool. But either way, we'll look at her. So, of course, the strength goes up heavy. She's now vigor level 2. But now watch this. As we marry her to our panda bear, it maximizes his fort. It maximizes his strength. So we'll have to do that trick again by marrying the fodder. But it gets everything a little bit closer. So, and then what I want to show you is as we lap over into vigor level 16, how the strength will be lower now that we've been marrying to strength-based champions. So you can't see it yet because just where the maximum is on the bar. But now watch this. So I'm just going to do a Griffin because they're pretty equal. But what I'm going to do is marry that Griffin to a Sallyhorn with the chance of, again, transferring over a trait. And I look at the traits. I try not to take champions with traits I might need a little later. So let's look at these Sallyhorns. There's a lot of 21s. Now this gives me the chance to marry over, so I don't marry over anything that lowers the might of the champion. So I might want to do the honorable, or see, athletic, energetic, and confident all add more might because they're actually like numerical stat values. And honorable does not add as much. So I will try to transfer over for the honorable at the chance for the clan trait. It doesn't go, but what did go was the noble, which adds like straight up statistics here. So it increases the overall might more of this champion. So when I'm marrying it to the panda bear, I'm essentially marrying more might overall, which I believe gets you more vigor. Now this is very advanced, but this is how I think it goes and how I've been doing it. And if it doesn't, then oh well, whatever. So now look at them. We go into 16. Oh, the strength is already maxed again, but the other one should be a little bit closer because we've been marrying the right champs. So that's kind of how I do marriage. I don't like to waste any vigor, fodder, or anything like that. I don't know how the quick marriage works. Some of the people in my clan were saying it works really well, but I don't know if it maximizes or if it just gives you the generic. If you were just, so again, check this out. If I was to marry him to just someone that I didn't marry first, look what happens. No strength gain. So that's wasted fodder. That's a wasted level 1 mythic Travain. So that's my marriage trick right there for you. The summoning circle. Let's go ahead and do the little bonus right now. Let's summon some of those sprites. I would summon some more pandas just to get rid of my shard, but I think I'm going to be giving my account to somebody in the guild. So here, let's do the sprites. Summon number 1. Summon number 1. I'm lagging like crazy. Skip all that. What do we get? Oh, yeah. I need the epic horse. That's basically the only thing I need. Because I use the epic horse with the epic bulko. And then I use the regular horse. So I guess I also wouldn't mind some of the epic fox. So that I could swap out the regular horse with that eventually is what I would do. Now I don't care because I'm quitting. But here's some more summons. Let's go ahead and get them. Oh, I think that's regular fox, isn't it? I don't know. Does that say new sprites? Oh, because I accidentally clicked on them. Oh, that confused me. And then you could swap like your sprites and stuff if you maximize one of your bulko. Why is it telling me new sprites when I have those things? I don't get it. Maybe because I had uninstalled at a point and I hadn't done this. Ooh, look at that. That's a really good pool. I don't remember if the bear sprite's any good or whatnot, so. Oh, 10 of those epic ones. That's really nice. Because it'd be cool to kind of be able to level up one of my. I've been waiting so long, and I think sprites are where I'm failing right now. I go against people that have, like, they're getting so much of a boost from. Like, think of if you were going against someone that didn't have celestial bonds. That's essentially the sprite difference. If you have really good sprites, it makes a huge impact. And your power level, too. Because you're adding all those stat bonuses. That's huge. And I think recently, I just gave it a shot, and I think it is helping. I put percent strength on every one of my sprites, but I think it's only one each sprite. So, say you have 2 slots or 3 slots on one of your sprites, you can only do 1% strength for that sprite. Now, some of the abilities even have something. Ooh, look at that! Petal of Dawn. Some of them even have. Oh, that's going to be real nice. Going to level. If I'm able to level my epic horse, it'll be nice because then I can quickly throw that on there. And I wonder how much it'll actually change my power level too. That would be something I wouldn't mind seeing. So, and with this too, I like to have Bulko, but I feel like I've also kind of built my teams where I didn't necessarily maybe need a Bulko. So maybe I could go with the Epic Fox and be viable as well. I mean, I know some people have tried that, and I verse them. I normally destroy them if I have Bulko, but there's just more champs that have amazing actives. Like, imagine this. If you have male Kojiki, and he silences pretty much the entire enemy team for 5 seconds, that puts the enemy team from the period of actives to the period of 10 seconds, basically, because actives go off about, maybe anywhere from 5 or 6 seconds into maybe, about that, about up to 8 seconds or so. Because if you ever use the male Lume to remove the Bulko buff, he normally removes it at about the 8 second mark, so at 152. And then everybody starts using their ultimates if they've gained enough energy. And so potentially with a male Kojiki and like maybe say like a male Askavarg, just to get you right on top of them so that you can use some champs to crowd control and whatnot, you might not necessarily need a Bulko. So let's see what we got. Let's see if we can ascend any of these sprites. That's pretty cool. I've been waiting to do this for months, everybody, so congratulations. You got to witness it. So this guy wants to be ascended. How many times one time ascended. There we go, Mr. Bear. And he gets a new ability, I think, didn't he? It just went to level 4. No, it's still level 3. And then this regular Sprite Alopex. Let's see how many we get for this. Oh, we get 2 level ups for you. You're excited, yeah. Boom. Oh, that's not max, is it? Is that the max for these guys? Yeah. Just max that one out. That's crazy. Okay, and then here's the one I really cared about. Oh, no. That's a bummer. I really wanted to... Like, my sprites basically aren't really ascended. This is kind of the weak part I have in the game, and one of my dislikes of the game. Like, I just summoning sprites, look at this. It didn't really do too much for me. And I really need to be able to have access to Bulko. Oh, wow. Finally got this epic guy up. There you go. Yay. Didn't really do anything. But we could go ahead and level him up. Let's see if this one does him to full. Whoa. That was a lot. Yeah, not going to do that. I don't really care to. Anyhow, yeah, get the good sprites. They change a lot of things. They make a big difference. But again, I wasn't able to get any of mine up. So don't forget the charm. Look at that. Knocked me up to rank 3 in the charm. And that's because, again, I saved up for a long time. I don't think I'm going to sit here and go through all these charm things right here. Alright. So, what else do we got here? Some other tricks. So get your districts up. Do your Hall of Fame ones. I told you about the Senate. The Guardian Stones. Try to whittle out one of your classes so you can maximize your stones, or 2 of your classes, and then just go for people that fit into those, because Guardian Stones are so important. Like, I notice right now, because my marksmen have nothing, that my marksmen are just way weaker. They die more. They don't put out as much. They're just way weaker. But this is nice. I got a ton of gold ones here. So what I'm going to do is on the warriors, I'm going to give them more hit, because that's really important. Like, so that they can proc and get more energy and get kind of things off. So when you come into your guild every day, make sure you get your vault so you could get a 3-star of any of these classes. Some of the best ones to get are mage and tank, and then because you get plenty of the rest elsewise. Make sure you do all your raids, because you pick up these chests for 200 diamonds each. This is why you want a big guild, because you kind of help each other. And as people buy packs, you get rare things that you share with your guild. Make sure you do your raid every day. If you have a big guild, just use like one champ that maybe you're testing or playing with, because you don't get graded on your raids like the expedition bosses. All it does is go towards your chest, and also it goes towards a quest, and you want everybody to be able to finish that quest. And so don't be a jerk and get that done. We're back here. Time for another expedition. Click. So in this case, we'll see the diamonds, I believe. Yeah, see. So get the 20 diamonds whenever they're available. That's essentially the rarest and best of these expeditions things you can get. And I just have so many champs that I play with and make videos on and whatnot. I really like to have those low-level skill books, but maybe you don't need them. Maybe you need more of the charm so you can get those celestial bonds crystals. I don't know. Up to you. So, and then remember, we needed to do an air thing, so I went ahead and hit everything. You can do mass. Remember, during the might challenge, just do a ton of vigor fodder and don't use it yet. And then the marriage challenge always comes right after the might challenge. And then that's when you do your vigor, because you're doing all those marriages. And that allows you to save up all your gems. Now, say you need a trait just to get your team going. Like, feel free to do that, but do the majority during the challenges so that you can get credit for them. I think it's going to be the best for you. I think I finished some of my 7-day quests. These all give like pretty decent rewards just for doing nothing, so you can get those too. Goodness, what are some of my other strategies? Y'all have watched a lot of my Nomish School strategies, so you know kind of how I team up champions and everything. This Everspring Garden, like, it's just from spending diamonds, but you also get diamonds as rewards. So it's a good time just to do those extra things that you would do. Like, I wanted to show you in Dungeon Descent, when you get to buy things, what I typically buy. And Dungeon Descent's open to everybody. Make yourself a good team that can plow through it real quick. You have the ability to just auto go through the battles, which is also nice. But let's look at these pandas super quick. I am going to make a video. But they both start off with their clan trait, which gives them extra, like a shield based off their strength. And so, yeah, it's a good clan. I think it's a solid clan. I mean, I'm just a little discouraged, because I'm at a point where if I don't spend money, it doesn't really matter how great I make my teams. Like, I can't be number one in Valley anymore. It's just too difficult on me. I even reduced my might heavily by just marrying all my 1 and 2 star champs that I'm not going to use for marriage transfers, and therefore it reduces your might. And then whenever they kind of get you going for your for the matchmaking, I feel it gives me just not easier people, but more people around my level. Because if I was to keep all my fodder as they are and all the mythic fodder I have, then frankly, I believe that I wouldn't be able to keep up. Everyone that I'd go against would be too strong for me. And so that's another big tip that I have for y'all. Like, marry your 3 stars into 4 stars. Marry some of your 4 stars into 5 stars, and kind of create a progression for yourself. So when you're ready to level a champion up or ascend them, then they're ready to go. But it also reduces your might, which is nice. Okay, so at levels 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, you make sure you get the chest, because that's got a lot of bouquets in it. It's good. You get like 15 bouquets, I think. But here's normally what I get late game, because I'm also trying to conserve diamonds for other things. I always get the 90% off intimacy items. So if they're 90% off, I always get it. Now, if they're 80% off, I sometimes get it, depending. If I have a lot of diamonds, if there's not a big event going on, I might get it. If I just need to get a companion to Mythic really quick, I'll get it. I get the rings if they're 96% off. So if they're at 200 diamonds, that's the best deal for rings in the entire game. So I get that then. I only get the bouquets at 80% off. So we talked about that earlier. They're 100 diamonds each. If I know I need to get vigor up, or I'm going to be doing a big marriage challenge, or like a big might challenge because I want to get out all those vigor, or just say I want to level a clan up, ascend them, I'll get those maybe at 1,000. But it all comes down to what you have. Now the charm, only if I'm overflowing in diamonds do I get the charm, and then I only get the 90% off. I don't really care too much. That's mostly if you're chasing challenges to get a tower or something, but I don't really care too much about that. So that's what I get in the Dungeon Descent to maximize your diamond spending. People would ask me in previous videos to kind of talk about that. And I finished more quests here. I need to upgrade equipment, and then make sure you check in with people. And then, there's the fame rewards. So I'm number 7. So I get like once a month or something, I get 4 summoning crystals. Oh, whoopee. Like, to go crazy and spend a lot of real money just to get a tower so that you have more fame, not worth it. Not worth the money, people. So don't FOMO into that shit, or that stuff. Sorry, language. But that's how they're getting people to spend money. And if you're going to spend money, just spend it on the best ways for your account. Spend it to get the most bang for your buck, kind of thing. So what else do I do? I haven't been doing the Ascension as much. Or sorry, the Vigor Transfusion, because someone told me that you lose a lot. You lose a large percentage. So where I did that at the beginning when it was first introduced, I don't really do it now unless it's a champ that I just never use, and they're just making, maybe in one of my districts. Okay, so get your Dungeon Descent in. That's going to get you a lot of bouquets. Now, in Valley of Conquest, there's a few keys that you want to do. Like, a lot of people do the silly truce, and it's not worth the amount of gold books that you get, but who cares? I don't go against the grain anymore. If people want to do that, whatever. I'm not going to be the person. But the game is way more fun if you take mills, by the way. And so, something that maybe not everybody knows, this is kind of a beginner thing, you could swap your teams so that you could maximize your activity or action points. So let's look real quick. Let's see if there's any fights so I can kind of show you. This is one of my favorite teams here. It's not that strong. Oh, it looks like, nice. We kind of have the middle here. So there's someone here. Looks like free kill. And I got an interesting team going on that's not completely maximized. But let's come up here. I'm going to go in with my main team, which has got my male water and sun. Oh, I didn't see this enemy. But the female Silken, like, I've always enjoyed her. She's interesting with Mel Askavarg, too. Because look at that. And then here, oh, this is a really easy team. But it allowed us to get some energy build up. I've got both of my strength boosters in this team. Remember, I have no Guardian Stones, really, for the marksman. So my female Selphos is at a huge disadvantage. So I'm always just hoping that they don't focus her somehow. But the male Askavar gets in there pretty buff. The female Selphos does throw the 3 stuns, which helps out. I get a bunch of strength buff, and then my male Water and Sun is about to just tear it all up here. My female Silken has all the buffs like Cunning, Rapid Shot, I believe maybe Sanguine. So we're just plowing our way through here to the shrine. Free kill is really good. Major props to free kill. So there's another male Askavar. Kind of throws a damp in our situation. Oh no, the Romulus just wrecked us. Luckily we saw male Askavar. Male Water and Sun starts pulsing with the female Selphos buff. This male Corbett's really good. I know that for a fact. Male Water and Sun going off with the... Oh yeah, we got this in the bag. Boom. And so we take the other shrine. And now, look, we now have all these buffs for our teams in the middle here. We have the attack speed buff here at the D17. And here's what we want. We want this A17 as well. But the enemy, perfect. This is perfect to show you the power of my team that I really love. So it's kind of a crowd control meets energy regen. And since we have all the buffs, it should be a very fair fight. I think that's reflected in the might. So, I'm going to slow it down. My male Shokin didn't use his active to get a shield, I don't think. Female Tide Raiser pulls in their backline. Now everyone's kind of stacked up. They have a male Corbett, which gets my Phoenix, or female Alma almost dead. Male Shoten uses his ult, able to throw out some fear here. Oh man, my team got butchered. Male Akuna's throwing his, and we got destroyed. I thought that would have gone better, but it kind of gives you, Male Akuna is just awesome. Mel Shoten is a really fun champ to play with. And then here, since I have some more energy, and maybe y'all want to see some Male Panda in action, I don't know if this team is already built up with Male Panda. Nope, he is not. But we'll go ahead and do that. We'll also go ahead and do the bear. We'll do some Phoenix and Romulus action. And then her to keep up the bear, I think. Something like this. And then Romulus is going to be behind the bear. Phoenix is going to be there. Actually, let's do it more like that. Alright, so let's give Panda Bear some action. Maybe we could bust down here. Oh, we have this. Is there anybody right here? Maybe. Nope, nobody there. And then let's go back. Okay, let's check out this gate right here. Oh, that's perfect. And free kill's probably going to beat me, but let's give it a shot. Oh. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little laggy here. I think it's because I'm recording and I'm in a spot with a little less internet or 5G. Here we go. So the first one, oh, they were already down. Okay, what about this gate up here? Oh, there should be some people up here to fight. I think we can make it up there. We need 4 movement points, which we have just enough for. So this is going to be my Panda attack. He does a lot of stun. He's got that invulnerable parry where he can kind of stop crowd control and whatnot. And then he puts a shield on your team while he does that, which is based off his max strength. The female, I feel like she has way more survivability, honestly. Someone had mentioned she's a female Galabar replacement. I agree with that. So here goes everything. They have a Romulus, though, so he uses his active, and it really hurts my team, but we're still up. Phoenix ulting right now. My Romulus is down. There goes my polar bear. Okay, there's the parry from the dude. Let's see if he... Okay, nice! He procced. Oh, no, their Mel SK just assassinated one of my guys, and he killed the rest of my team. Never mind. But you can kind of see he's got the group stun. Honestly, I don't think... I probably should have gone with the female, but I thought that I would like his stuns to help with my male water and sun. And it turns out that I don't really care about that. Like, I could have got the charging up male water and sun's passive from somebody else and had the female just keeping the whole team alive. And I think that would have been a way better move. Live and learn, right? So for Valley, you want to make sure you get your Bloodcraft Legends. So don't spend any of your Conquest tokens on anything but Bloodcraft Legends. That's my biggest advice to you. Like, you could get the books, the purple books for Bloodcrafts in the Summertime Isles. That's the best spot to get those, and it doesn't cost you a ridiculous amount of Conquest points or diamonds. And then for your gear, you could get your gear just doing wagers for the arena or the Luxus tournament, and or the Deep Sea Delve event, or I believe the Feast event. And so don't waste your Conquest points on that here. Occasionally I'll spend diamonds on getting these chests if I'm really close to getting one of the tavern major items. And so right now, like, I've been working on this new champ, and so I'll just go ahead and grab those. I don't even know how many I have of them. But I got the last couple Bloodcraft Legends, which was nice when I was starting to take my own advice, basically. And it looks like we're at 85 of the new guy. I messed up with Romulus, so I have like way ton extra. I was trying to get Wood Scourge, but I'm not going to be able to do that now, sadly. So try to do your Expedition Pass. The seasonal guild tech, those chests have a lot of diamonds up top, so make sure to get those. In your guild conquest, just join people's rallies if you're lower level or power. Set your own if you're higher power. Try to hit choke points. There's a lot of choke points in this match. And again, my guild Diamond Dogs, Supia leads our guild conquest, and man, such a good team, very well coordinated. They do a great job and have a lot of fun doing it. So, and you don't get any personal rewards from guild conquest if you don't score over place like 30 or 35, something like that. So make sure you do something around those lines. Also, the Expedition Pass, you could get some the legendary gear instead of the mythic gear. So if you have a couple Bloodcraft Legends, try to do that so you can get that gear, so they have just something in those slots while they're waiting. Alright, what else do I have? Yeah, go through the Gnomish schools of strategy to kind of learn about different clans and how to maximize them, what traits you need and everything. With the, I have a lot of information in there. With the arena, I always tried to use my 5 free ones a day. And I did a lot of my practice in the arena. For the arena shop, if you spend a lot of money... Here, I want to tell you that. So, down here at the store, it refreshes every day. I don't think I always get the free one. I always buy off the 50% arena tickets, because then you could test your teams. I always get the assassin fodder and the tank fodder, and a lot of times I get this bouquet. But if I have epic or epic bouquets from anything, or epic foods banquets from anything, I'll get those. Sometimes I'll buy the book here. It's a horrible cost for it, but if I always need those gold skill books, because I like to build a lot of teams. And so I always get the construction plans from here, the guild store. And when I'm flowing in currency, I'll always get these two, but nothing else. For equipment, if this one up at the top left is... if this one up at the top left is not for diamonds and it's for gold, I'll get it. Else, I always get the 3 legendary items down below. So grab all 3 of those. And here's something I just now figured out. You could spend 100 diamonds, which isn't worth it, to refresh this shop. But I just wanted to do it now to show you can buy these sometimes with gold. Make sure you get those, because they'll have the higher ones and those ones. But it's good for leveling up your gear. You got to have it. Don't buy any mythic gear from here. It's not worth it. Don't spend any diamonds here. It's not worth it. So, I kind of explained that. Sometimes from this one, if you just need something desperately, it's okay to get it. And then if there's the arena challenge, use the value packs to spend your diamonds. Don't spend them in the store, because it's more of a ripoff in the store. Alright, for your bag, I normally save up my chests until I need them. Say I'm leveling a new champ or something. You could see the Convoke tickets I've been saving up to actually use for something. Like, I was never going to get ACO, so I wasn't going to use them here. I was going to use them at the Bulko one again. But again, you can get these Convoke packs, which are way too expensive. I wouldn't spend my money on that. But these Gleam packs sometimes can be really nice if it's for a Sprite, because then you could exchange other sprites that you have a bunch of. Like, I had 2 sprites maxed, and I have all these extra, like, tokens of theirs. Like, let's look real quick. Like, this horse, I have... Oh, wait. I guess I'm going to have to go to my inventory. So, for this horse, look how many extra I have. 370. So I believe they have it where you could spend like 50 or 100 of them, and you can get some like epic ones, which I would probably do if they had one going on right now. The hammers, do the hammer game, get summonings from those. Summoning crystals are important just so you could stay up with the newest clans. But if you're more focused on just making your team with your current champs the best, then go for bouquets so you could get that vigor. Get those level 1 Travaine mythics, those level 1 Griffin mythics, and just get that vigor up there. And focus on things like sprites and celestial bonds. If you want to get to the end game, that's kind of what you got to do. That's something that I didn't do. But make sure you level your gear to finish the quests that you're doing. I was working on, I think, female Silken's gear. So just try to get things to 3 diamonds or 3 gems so that you can get the boosts from it, because those boosts are significant. It's like 3%, I think it is, and then 5%. I don't know if those stack, but if they do, 8% strength is just so good. And so you could see here, like, this is just kind of how I go down the line. And I'll use that auto clicker here too when I have a ton of these coins, and I'll just make it use all the coins. And so get that taken care of, boost up your gear. I think I only have 1 set of full 25 gear on a champ, and that's my Mailwater and Sun. And that's why also I was kind of lacking in game. So that's all level 25. And then this has got 2 25s. And then I, again, have a couple 25s on Male Acuna too. But like, those are so important for late game. Now granted, I do have a lot of the Bloodcraft Legend equipment and skills at 15 and all refined. So that's looking pretty good. But yeah, gonna miss my teams here. It's been a great community. People really reach out a lot and like talk team building, and that's a lot of fun. But again, it's time for us all to kind of move on. It's the GOAT games. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a couple rants here at the end. Sails and Sabers, horrible game mode. Horrible. It's tons of meaningless clicks. The matchmaking is so bad. Like, you could be rank 100 and it's going to put you up against one of the top 20s. And then look at this. We're in it for some reason with some of the best players that there are, like Baron C, this weird one, Kamehameha Shard. All these people always win the Luxus tournaments, and we're expected to go against them and try to get a good rank or anything. This is the worst game mode ever. The only good part about it is that you get to practice your 3 rosters, and that gets you ready for the Luxus tournament. Now, that's something I gotta say I really enjoy. I really enjoy the Luxus tournament. I think that's a great mode. I could come through here and record some of these fights, or I could just see them in action. I like the wagering because it keeps people involved with the main team, so people are seeing what's going on. So I like the Luxus tournament. Summertime Isles. Horrible game mode. Can I tell you, the second round of Summertime Isles, I got number 1. And ever since then, I haven't gotten anything. It's horrible. It's a pay to get further and pay for items mode. It's a nightmare. It's terrible. And I don't even play it anymore, really. Like, it's caused me to not enjoy this game. Same with Sails and Sabers. The main things that make me enjoy this game, Valley of Conquerors is my number 1. And you don't put anything into it, GOAT Games. You don't put any resources into it. You said you're not, because it doesn't make you any money. Well, you know what? It keeps people working on their teams to play other things that do make you money. And your whole business model is wrong. You try to get people's money through Fomo and stuff. Offer skins. Did you not watch Rage Panda's video? It was really good. Offer skins that people can buy. Don't you're doing this pay to win model. And I think you should, now that you've developed a good game that people enjoy playing, maybe you transition. Like, have you ever played League of Legends? Like, you can't pay money to get ahead in that game. But you could pay money to get skins and other cosmetics and just make the game more personalized. Like, spend money to get new slots of things, like the interrogations. Like, have people spend money for that if you want to be petty. But, like, all this FOMO, this pitting people up, the more money you spend, the better you are at this game. And that's why this game will eventually fail. Because people like me and a lot of players that I know that focus on skill and synergies and proper clan traits, not just overpowering their opponents, they're the people that really add something to this game. Not the whales. The whales, they're probably lacking in life and they're like, oh, I want to beat up on people. It'll make me feel better. Like, I didn't play this game for the whales, man. They suck. Like, who really matters in this game are your everyday players that are cheap to play players that support the company, but they don't do it through, like, spending thousands of dollars to try to get ahead. And then, you know what? A lot of these players that get ahead, they quit eventually, or they, something comes out and they're no longer ahead, like the Bolko was a big game shakeup. And so all I'm saying is, if you're spending too much of your money on this game or too much of your time, you need to reevaluate. You need to kind of find out, maybe find some better priorities in life. Like, try to just do something for people. It really does make you feel good. And you need a change. And so all I'm hoping is this video gives all my secrets that I have, my little tips and tricks for beginners and old players. And that hopefully you all realize that you can play this game without spending so much money. You can get all the enjoyment without spending so much time. But don't fall into the whole FOMO narrative that Go Games is trying to feed you. Like, don't care if you get first or second or whatever. Because you know what? Next week, it's going to be another thing where you get first, second, or whatever. And then you're going to do amazing and maybe own in a Valley of Conquerors. But then the next one, they're going to have their cruddy matchmaking. You're going to have a bunch of moochers on your team. You're not going to have any of the shrine abilities. So you can't even really test your team because you're getting whooped by everybody. And it's just not so fun. Not so fun. And so I noticed most people that I play Valley of Conquerors with, they have spent some money. Maybe they're not the whales, but they all spend a lot of money. Like one of the big dudes that recently quit, and it's sad thing for the game, sad thing for the community, was Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills was a super great player, paid attention to their team, worked on it, really enjoyed the game. And they realize they spend too much money just to stay ahead, to stay competitive, that they're like, dude, I had to quit this game. And it's like, that's sad. That's really sad, because I feel the developers could make a game that's profitable, that keeps people involved in enjoying the content, but not overly too much. Like, most games want to make games really addictive, but it's, that's bad for people. Like, think about it. If you're a pizza joint, you do make people happy, but you're not making people healthy. Like, that sucks. Like, and with this game, you make people happy because they get to ignore their life and they get to participate and think that they're accomplishing something. Do you remember when you first started playing Heroes of Lithas? There was a survey that came out that said, does this game make you feel like you're accomplishing something? Does it make it feel like you're getting rewarded? And that's really twisted, because it's psychologically messing with you. And they're taking advantage of you. They're taking advantage of your hard work and money. And don't fall for that. Be a person. Be a contributing member of society. Like, it's nice. It feels good to do that. And, like, you meet new people. You experience new things. You're not just playing a game where the newest thing in your life is what new clan is coming out. And sadly, I was kind of getting to that point. And it gets time to just shake it up, everybody. So, I also want to mention before I go here that I think I'll be continuing this channel. From more of a gaming perspective, a life perspective, how to kind of focus on, instead of me giving you tips for the game, I'd like to give you tips for your life. And I think that that could be beneficial to everybody. So just a heads up, I will be continuing this. And I'll be talking about some things that I've gone through, maybe that relate to your life. Things that you could benefit from. Like, I'd kind of like to biohack a little bit and become the best person I can be. I mean, how interesting would that be for you all to, instead of playing a game and creating heroes and champions, why don't you be your own hero? Why don't you spend that same time that you'd spend on the game on doing things for yourself that not only feel good, but are challenging and that work your mind and your body? That sounds great to me, you know. Learn a new skill. YouTube's amazing. You can learn almost anything on there. Heck, I'm a small business owner, and I learned everything that I needed from YouTube and talking to other business owners. And so, like, you can do this. You can do it. You're an amazing person. You got skills, you got talents that you haven't even tapped into yet. So, from Knowm to all the servers, all the Bloodline people, I appreciate you, everyone who watched me, and hopefully you continue to kind of catch up with me in my videos that I release here. But thanks for playing with me. Thanks for making it a competitive environment. Thanks for everybody. I want to make some special shout outs to, in no particular order, Admiral Fearheart, Supia, Moregrave, Demaricus or whatever that played before, Principe, Romulus, you make great videos, they're fun. Lion Roar, thank you for your videos. You really got me hooked and involved. Like, you actually got me making videos, you and Rage Panda. And then, yeah, also Rage Panda, you've been amazing. Also, Viagri, meeting you in real life and the fact that we both played this game at the same time, that's just crazy. Durful, you really encouraged me to make more videos and help people out. That was really awesome. Like I said, Supia, you and Admiral Fearheart and Moregrave and Steph and Grawl just kind of run things. And y'all are just amazing people and you put a lot into it. Oars, you're so good. I really enjoyed having you in the guild. Muffmeister, Pam Yar, sorry for all the arena hits, but you are amazing and you are one of my biggest challenges. And I gotta say, I love having you in the guild. You never really said anything, but you participated, and I really like that. Val, you've been there a long time. Charles, you too. Orpheus, man, you taught me so much. You're such a great player. Lord Ghosty, I forgot to mention you. You've been participating a ton. Northwest Executor, thank you. Steph, you taught me so much. I'd probably give the medal to most improved player to Steph or Moregrave, or both of them. Like, basically, I kind of saw them as they taught me just as much as I taught them. So, thank you too. You two are amazing. I kind of saw you as my lieutenants when dealing with this game. Aloria, hard worker, always participating, great in guild conquest. Vruma, the dark horse. You are so good at this game. You focused on one team, and you dark horse big time. Mosku, very, very challenging. Northwest Malign, you're awesome. Cluedo, Shalavar, and Athena, we kind of started around the same time. I think I got more obsessed than you did, but you have gotten to a position where you are just as much a dark horse as Vruma. So way to go. Han Satan, you're getting up there. Northwest Cask, Fair and Duel, I always fought you whenever I was trying like lower champs or new champs. So thank you, Jackie Wild, you too, Zara, Phelan, Liana, I think you might be leaving soon too, but you are so good on Discord. You're so amazing of a person. You care. You create a great community. Phelan, great player. Doom, Pagan, one of my biggest pupils, and you surpass the master by far. Your teams are out of this world, and like, I can't even compete with you anymore. Anubis, thanks for coming in, becoming leadership. You're such a good player. You've learned a lot. Nosal, you're a good dead man. You've taken in a ton. Krug, Shafaniker, thanks for challenging me to help you create, what you need. Goku, Kind Merston, and anyone who needs help with their team, hit me up. I'll still be on Discord. I'll still be around. So hit me up. I'll help you out. I'll give you my advice for where I've been. I won't be around for new champs, I don't think. I don't know how often I'll release any videos that pertain to the game, but I will talk about just gaming in real life and how we can balance that and, keep a good synergy with life and gaming. Because gaming does give you a ton of lifelong friends. I went up to Canada when I was in college as an undergrad, and I visited people I played World of Warcraft with. One of the best trips and memorable trips of my life. I'll never forget that. And people I just gamed with forever and ever. They partied me, they hosted me. It was so awesome. So like, you meet some great people from around the world through gaming, and I love that. And also, you can learn a lot of skills, managing a guild, managing the strategy to synergize with your champs so that you can overcome an opponent who nonstop beats you. Like, I had a couple people in Valley, I just slammed group against them, and then finally I changed out a couple champs and I was able to beat their team that I just never could beat. And so, yeah, there's a lot there. But I also, not only the community, but I do want to thank the developers for creating a game. Even though it is addictive, it helped me through some major times in my life. And I know that wasn't your objective, but I got to thank you for providing a good game with some thought out champions, great artwork. So whoever tackled those, I would like to give major props out to. And game developers, if any of you or anybody with Goat Games does see this and you want an American representative for your game and you would like to pay me and take me on as a full-time employee, I would love to maximize your game. I'd love to maximize the champs, new and old. I'd like to have a voice in like mechanisms, old things and events in the game and setups that are obsolete now, even rewards and even storylines. Like, bring me in on all that. I could make this game the best game that there might have ever been if you bring me in. But I would need to make a living because I do have a son. But either way, thank you for making a game that entertained me for a year and a half, and I appreciate that. And just everybody who plays this game and everybody who's interacted with me, even that have no longer played this game but occasionally check it out or watch my videos, thanks for being there. Thanks for being a part of all this. Like, thanks for, even if you hit me up in Valley a lot and we fought, maybe even fought with each other, nasty, but it's, thank you for being there. Thank you for giving me a challenge. And, yeah, with that, I will let that be the end of it. And you could still always reach out to me, but I'll be living life and I'll be maybe making some videos and showing you what there is to live for, why you don't need to be wrapped up in a video game all the time. So with that, this is Knowm, server X160. This will be my last time in the game probably, and I'll be handing over my account to either a guildie or someone that could really benefit from it. So thanks everybody for hanging with me for all this time, and I'll catch you in my life videos. All right, see you later.